Hey there, folks. This is the Caffeinated Dad back with another. Hey there, folks. This is the Caffeinated Dad back with another match of a Odin play that I had against a. I'm guessing it's Feyr. Feyr is his name. I'm not sure. He looks like he's the DLC boss or the DLC god that you can get for the Norse. I've been playing quite a bit of Odin recently, and specifically Norse, because I really think that that's probably going to be my play. This match ended in a way that I did not anticipate, and I was just blown away by it. Honestly, it was very, very surprising. But I will say that it was very, very close. So I've kind of gotten my starting match, or the beginning of my match, out pretty normally. So I get the herdable upgrade for these guys from the ox cards. I get 2 or 3, or I try to get up to like 5 wood producers so that I can build out that temple. I max out as many gatherers as I can get, and then after I get up to max gatherers, I split them out. Once the temple's up, I go all the way into food production. I got my Odin's ravens running around, and then I toss up a house. Then from there, it's pretty moving forward, stationary, we'll say, as I am moving off into getting into classic age. Now, what I want to do here is eventually one of these guys, I go ahead and get a hair seer because I want to gather up this relic here to fight off any cavalry that I may end up getting. But I go ahead and get the dwarf. I get the mining dwarf, and then I immediately go into the upgrade for Freya. Now, again, if you look at the economy my economy is doing very well. Let's go ahead and check in on our opponent. So he has 14 villagers to my 15. Looks like, how many dwarves does he have? He has 3 dwarves. He doesn't have a temple at this rate, at this point. And it's just, I don't know. I was like, at this point, I was looking at the score. I was like, how am I this far ahead? I didn't quite understand it. He saw a relic down here. His nose of the Sphinx. Then he had this one right here, which was Rhea's crown. Yeah. So he had, it seemed like, I thought he was doing something odd. It was odd to me. So I have my ravens out there scouting. I have my berserk running around. Still a decent amount of villagers ready to go. And as I'm progressing into the next stage, everything's moving pretty straightforward. He goes for the husbandry buff right there, but he's still not even progressing into the next god, which I think is odd. I feel like for Norse, you have to move very, very quickly, more quickly than others will get, I guess. So I go ahead and build a great hall. I have my Valkyrie out. I actually have really been liking Valkyries. I really, really like the play of Valkyries. That may be something that I do further in the future, more in the future. But at this point, I have like about 1,000 point lead on him. And I'm spamming out hair seers. I'm getting immediately the upgrade for my cavalry, so my cavalry hits a little bit harder. Things are just moving along. I get another dwarf over there. I have a total of 7 gatherers on gold mine. Something I can look at and say, oh, I should have done this differently, is I definitely should have made the gold mines only for my my dwarves. So I go ahead and start researching some of the hand axe upgrades, and he finally comes in under the his next god. He's got Asgardian Bastion, which is a big beefy boy. Things are moving pretty good. I got villagers coming. I'm upgrading the infantry. I'm over here scouting, seeing if I can't sneak in anything cheeky on the back end with medium cavalry. Again, these guys are very fast, and they're a good harass early on. But you see, he's going for the survival equipment, making them more durable, which is that is something to note. So I lose a cavalry. I lose one of my cavalry. It wasn't as beneficial as I had hoped, unfortunately. So I have a decent, we'll say, amount of hair seers. I have the Valkyrie. He goes ahead and pops his Asgardian stronghold right here next to this gold mine. I'm still trying to produce as much as I can. He's got a bunch of herdmen coming. which at that point I didn't know. I go for the town center play here because any early aggression that I'm going to get, I'm not going to get too much damage. I'm not going to be able to get a whole lot. I drop the armory and I'm progressing. I get the upgrade for cavalry, and things are just moving forward. Improvements to the Hasirs, mainly because I like the goatees. The goatees are fantastic. They're ranged heroes, which allow you to hit at a distance. Now let's go ahead and check and see what he's up to. So yeah, he's got the Asgardian hill fort, which again is just basically a hill fort that you can summon an age early. He's got these guys down here gathering food. He's got a pretty decent standing verse. He's got a bunch of herdmen, and yeah, a whole bunch of hair shearers, lots of hair shearers. Everyone loves hair shearers. And he's researching upgrades. He went ahead and went for all three. It's balanced out. He's gotten actually a bit ahead of me on the villager count, which is fine. But he still doesn't know anything about what I'm doing. He's only seen my damage and what I've been able to do to him. So I drop a house and I'm getting this settlement up over here, just so that I have that progression. The villagers moved off of the the wild animals for these guys, for the goats. So I start progressing into the middle. I know his hill fort's right there. So I just go ahead and drop a watchtower. I build a house. I move some of my units up this way so that I have something to protect, something to, we'll say, defend, I should say, is the best way to put it. Still have a handful of units over here. These guys are over here going to be doing building for the gold mine. And again, this is something that I should have done. I should have made these just be dwarves who did it. Only dwarves who did it. Yeah, so he went for the crenellations to get rid of cavalry. So any kind of cavalry raids are basically out of the question now. But that's also a pretty beefy one. He's only got 3 more villagers than I do, but things are moving about where you'd expect it. He's building up a decent force. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's switch over to him. So I just poke my head in and see what he's doing, where his force is. Yeah, so most of his guys are like right in this area, right in this immediate area. Building longhouses, building watchtowers, completely prepared for me. I'm building up some of my units. It looks like he's going for his god upgrades as well, which is great. Yeah, so things are moving pretty well, evenly, we'll say, on both sides. But now that I have the double, yeah, there goes some dwarfs. Now that I got the double town center, things are moving up and well pretty quickly. He did end up coming in and getting rid of that tower. But that's fine because I'm upgrading into Nord. I really love Nord. I really like the Jutons. I like the walking tree god power. That's a fantastic god power. Over here, I set up another gatherer, so I have more food. Everything is moving pretty evenly, what you would expect. So I'm into the 3rd age. I'm into the heroic age. As you can see, he's getting like signal fires and stuff like that. Right now, I'm just worried about building a hill fort, getting some defenses, and contesting these gold mines, because these gold mines are eventually going to be pivotal. I have this one back here. He has these 2 back here. I also have my whole unit of cavalry here ready to go. For me right now, though, what I didn't know is that the Asgardian hill fort, you can train portable rams. I did not know that that was a thing. That's going to be a very big problem. So he just as something I'm going to have to think about here. I'm going to have to deal with here in a minute. He also gets a very good surround on all of his resource gatherers. He doesn't have any more food gatherers. It looks like all of his food gatherers are right here. But again, lots of different things, lots of different options that I could be doing at this rate. So right now I'm just letting everything just kind of go. I build some portable rams myself. I get the upgrade on the shield, the Valkyries, just so that they are a bit more powerful. I got some units just chilling here. But yeah, as far as it goes, I'm pumping out a whole bunch of stuff. I get the herdable increase, and I think I used it like right here for these guys. Yeah, to double these guys and make them even bigger, because it's like there's the ones that they got were like 450 or something crazy. So he comes in with his first attack, which is a decent amount of herdmen, 4 portable rams, things like that, and he's just eating, absolutely eating my hill fort. Like right here, I had very little to actually deal with. Complete surrounds on all of this. My rams were not there; they weren't good. But at that same time, I sent in my cavalry down here at the back to deal with his units. So I pulled back my cavalry. I have my Valkyrie sitting here. I'm losing on this front. My rams do get up and deal some damage, but I'm losing heavily on this front. I don't have enough units to really support it, but down here I'm also getting progress on the back end. So I pull back my cavalry, let them go ahead and deal with what they can. So I'm still summoning units, but now the power shift has swung heavily in the other direction. It is not a good place, not a good thing for me. He summons his Gullen Burst, which deals a ridiculous amount of damage. And all my units can't take him down quite yet. Even though she deals 3 times the damage to myth units, which again, he has 60 HP left. They clear out everything here, and if they continue pressing, I would have lost. I don't know why he stopped, but he did, and I was able to rally. So I go ahead and gather all these gold miners, and I take them all the way to the back. Let's at least get what we can. Right now, it's not a good favor. Like, I mean, my economy's strong, and he's still only in the second age. That is the real things that I have going on for me. So I notice all these portable rams showing up, and I guess he was like looking for something else. I don't know what his plan was there. But I wanted to build a watchtower so I can secure this gold mine here. And things really, just even at this point, like I'll even look, like at this point are really not that great for me. I mean, he has quite a bit of units already. Like, he has quite a bit of stuff that he is prepared to deal with and to fight me with. And I don't know why he sent in his portable ram all the way over there. That doesn't make sense to me. But I sent my villagers to attack to deal with them because, again, the villagers are fairly strong. I bring in some of my cavalry and everything's to deal with them. I have my raven watching a little. Transform this guy into a berserk, I think. Yeah, at this point. Do I turn him into a berserk? Yeah, that one portable ram is dealing some major damage. We dealt with the portable rams here in the back. Yeah, I turned him into a berserk to repair that. So I'm still producing units. I upgrade my mountain giants to Jutons. But look at the units that he's producing. He's producing so many. Now, excuse me. I'm looking back here and I'm like, I'm going to build a whole bunch of longhouses and get as many of these guys up and running as I can. I have the economy right now. My economy is fantastic, and I think that's what's saving me. But I definitely have to have more security on this back end. So I go ahead and get ballistics, and everything's looking, I mean, pretty even. I see that he's building a temple, and he's very, very close. I want to clear out these guys right here to get as many, we'll say, of these zebras as quickly as possible. But right now, things are a little rough. I'm not gonna lie. So I go ahead and get another Valkyrie. I get some great Jarls, because Jarls are fantastic. I love these guys. These guys deal so much damage, especially against myth units. Although I think they're supposed to be good against all units. So again, moving the units all over here. I'm building a market because I was like, you know what? At this point, I just got to commit and go into the Mythic Age. So taking a look, he's got 3 settlements over here. I had no idea that he was down here building this. He put the majority of his units right here, and it looks like he's finally getting into the Heroic Age, which again, I'm already so far behind. I'm so far behind. And he's moving along. Everything is moving along as you would imagine. But look at the amount of units he's summoning. He's summoning so many. And I'm kind of playing it balanced. I have so much resources. And I immediately tag in to summon into the final age, into the mythic age. But the main thing that I wanted to do was specifically Baldur. I actually have really enjoyed Baldur. I really like Baldur. And I was like, you know what, we got to do this. He's getting a whole bunch of upgrades. He's got nothing but, we'll say, people being made, or villagers being made. I also take this opportunity. He just drops everything. All of his, he's getting all the upgrades. So I go ahead and build a whole bunch of farms in preparation, because I know that this fight's going to be a big one. So I go over and I create some portable rams, which I was planning on taking around and going into the back end and dealing as much damage as possible, because those bad boys will definitely take out quite a bit. But I didn't end up doing that. I built a nice little wall here to protect any kind of like quick raids that would go around the outside. So if they want to fight me, they have to kind of go through right here. But again, I enter into the mythic age and it's like, all right, here we are. This is everything. This is all we got. So I'm upgrading all my units. I'm trying to get what I can. I get the champion infantry. And again, the champion infantry, I think, is going to be one of the bigger upgrades. But then I go for the Ragnarok. I am a big fan of Ragnarok. I've been very much enjoying it. And again, I just create an entire mass of soldiers. This is an all or nothing play, because I know that if I let him win or I keep him going, it's not going to be good for me. So my units roll in, and he's got this whole army of dwarves. However, his military isn't nearly as strong now because of all these guys, because of all of these heroes of Ragnarok. So I'm able to push through and basically deal as much damage as possible. I have a huge backline. I have a fire giant there. I'm upgrading the Sons of Sleipnir. He pops a Tempest right here in the middle, which I try to split out a little bit, and I don't really get too many units that are frozen. But all of my units are super beefy. Everyone is like able to take and deal a whole bunch of damage. It's again, now you can see he's going crazy. He's dropping everything. So we're progressing forward, and I still have the Forest Fire God Power. I'm gonna get the Walking Woods as well. But again, my massive units was able to just absolutely body him. Now, again, I get the upgrades for all melee units for the piercing armor, so it takes 50% less piercing. I summon the Fire God Power, or the Forest Fire, and then the Walking Woods. I love Walking Woods. It deals so much damage, and it's such a big deal. Like, it's so great. So we're moving through champion infantry. I have nothing but heroes. His myth units just get absolutely eaten alive, and things are going good. But I want to pause it here, because he's seeing all of this. What I don't know is that he has this whole hill fort over here, and then this whole complex. There's so many things that are happening over here. But if you look, his biggest crux is that he doesn't have enough wood. He doesn't have enough wood or food. He's got plenty of gold, not enough wood or food to go through. Now, he does have gold. He can purchase food, but it's eventually going to tap him out. And I think that's what ends up costing him here. So continuing onward, the Walking Woods are just going... I love these guys. These guys deal so much damage, and they deal crush damage, too. You just send them in there, and they just start attacking everything. So I'm going through. What I didn't notice was back here on the back end, he's got a bunch of portable rams running around. Now, I end up saving this for later. I have a group of 11 of these heroes that I didn't even move. I didn't touch, I didn't move, I didn't do anything. So I come over here, start killing all of his dwarves, and he just upgrades them all immediately into heavy berserks, which, honestly, that was the end of his economy, right there. Like, that was the end of his gold. The Walking Woods are still doing their thing, which I love. I love the Walking Woods, because, again, they're just a distraction. Look, there's a couple of them over here. So he's over here just absolutely destroying my infrastructure. He's going to be able to push through a lot of that. But I'm kind of in a tough spot too, is because even though my military is very strong, he still has a ton of units that he can summon. And he's working on different upgrades. He's on bronze. Like, you know, like there's just things that he's doing that he could still stay into this. My portable rams are just absolutely crushing everything. But up here, my town hall is, I'm losing it. I'm losing it to, what's it? There's 4 of these guys over here. And I still haven't activated this guy. Oh my goodness, it was so stressful. So I send a contingent back to deal with these guys, which these guys go down, not too quickly, but they do go down. So I get the progress right there. I'm pushing straight through the main center. Here comes my heroes. They're finally able to get in there and actually deal with these guys before they take out everything. So I lost my town center, which is fine. But again, looking at it, like, it's okay. It is what it is. So this is my only contingent of units. I have these guys right here to help back, and then I have these heroes to help defend the main home. What I needed, what I didn't realize was that he was just straight up summoning, we'll say, units straight over to here. Like, he's producing units here, and he's just sending everything in. But his problem is that he didn't pull anything. He didn't pull anything together, and he was just essentially just kept sending them straight into the meat grinder. That was his problem. So we're progressing through Ragnarok. Heroes of Ragnarok. How many do I still have here? Still have 21. So I go straight for the town center. I take these guys and deal with the town hall. We deal with all the soldiers that are here because he transformed a whole bunch of different more of his soldiers. My portable rams are sitting here doing what they need to do. I have this whole group of units back here. I have nothing now. Like, I have 20, I have gold, that's it. And I don't have a market to even spend it. I have no, we'll say, units to do anything. So now these guys are going to come in. We're moving forward, I'm progressing, and I'm dealing as much damage. Once I take out this town center, it's like, all right, now we're just going to keep the ball rolling, keep everything moving. Because again, here in a little bit, I'll be able to use the God Power Walking Woods again. Because again, and then just get a whole bunch more of these guys as far as like a frontline unit. Now, progressing with these guys, everything's moving forward. I get another summon of the Walking Woods so that they can come in. And now it's just deal as much damage, destroy everything, and then he calls it there. I mean, even with he had a whole unit over here. He had a whole bunch of units over here. Like, it was just that push. That got so much value out of Ragnarok. So much value. It was great. It worked. It did everything that we needed it to. I love it. And yeah, that was a fun match.